is real and what is false? Where does the mind end and the body begin? Who can know the boundaries of the inner realm? Eastern Mississippi, a girl is missing. It is night. Two detectives, Lynette Oldemare and Mike Sibley, follow a dirt trail in the woods outside a small town.
Whoa!
What was that?
What?
That clack, didn't you hear it?
I probably just stepped on a rock or something when I tripped. Let's just
Shine your flashlight on the trail.
All right. What is that?
Shoe prints.
No, I mean that. All those X's and diamonds.
I need a camera and a casting set over here.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know yet. Just give me a bag.
Mac's gonna know I stepped on evidence.
We wouldn't have found the evidence if you hadn't have missteps, so stop being paranoid. Give me a hairpin.
Is that a baby food jar?
We won't know until I dig it up. Now just give me your pen.
What is it doing in the middle of a backwoods trail? And what are those X's and scribbles made with? Baby powder? Is this some sort of voodoo junk or a backwoods daycare?
Mike, cut the chatter and give me your pen.
And why are you always using my stuff, Lynn?
Because when you act like this, you're good as my pack mule, and that's it. Now give me your pen.
Oldemare, Sibley, get in my office for a moment. Shut the door behind you. I suppose you two heard they found the Layton girl, huh?
Yes, Lieutenant McMillan.
Yes, sir.
About 200 feet from our family's cattle land, right where the path broke out of the trees. Anyway, as you all know, the prints you found matched hers, save the footprint courtesy of Sibley here.
Sir, it was an accident. I tripped, and I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Sibley. Just don't make a habit of it.
Lieutenant, I heard rumors about the condition of the body.
Did you get the composition results on the samples from the jar and the designs on the trail?
We were about to go pick those up, sir.
Well, why don't you go ahead and get on that, Sibley? Oldemare, you stay here with me.
Now, wait a second here. I want to hear about the body. If there's some sort of voodoo crap going on, I think I ought to know about it.
Sibley, go get those reports.
Oh, for God's sake.
Well, how's he working out for you?
He still seems very young. I'm having a hard time believing he's the prodigy the Academy made him out to be.
Well, he's sure got a mouth on him. That's why I sent him off. So, what did the rumor mill tell you about the body?
I heard the same markings Mike stepped on the trail were also found on the girl's body, which was stripped naked. Someone quipped about missing organs and some strategically placed feathers and trinkets. Made it sound very ritualistic.
No word of sexual assault?
Nothing specific.
Good. Let's keep it like that. Here's the straight up. Coroner said the girl was strangled and raped in that order. The markings were carved onto the girl's neck, lower abdomen, and thighs post-mortem. There were no organs missing and no other accoutrements at the scene.
So you think the ritual markings are just a ruse?
Yes. Pair that with the fact that the trail's a hangout for truancy cases, and you got maybe some local redneck kid that read the voodoo entry in the high school encyclopedia.
Sounds pretty likely.
However, I still want you and Sibley to research the markings, since it was you two found them. I sent the photos to a buddy of mine that teaches anthropology at the university, Charlie Shagnard. As soon as you get the composition reports, head on out. Charlie's expecting you for 11:30.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Lynn,
Yes, Mac?
thanks for dealing with Mike. I know he's green, but I wouldn't trust him to anyone else on the force. You're the best we got.
Thank you, Mac.
Can I repay you with dinner tonight?
If duty allows. Find me later, okay?
Okay. Now get on out there, older man. I've got work to do.
Yes, sir. Would you like to do the talking?
Why? Is this some sort of token gesture you throw to all the newbies?
Mike, I just prefer to listen this time, that is all.
Okay.
Mike, are you all right?
Come in.
Excuse me, ma'am. We were just looking for Charles Shagnard.
Well, he's long dead, but if you're looking for Charlene, you've found your woman.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were told...
Worry not, young man. Mac's been calling you Charlie for years. You must be Mike Sibley.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're Lynn.
Lynette Oldemare. Nice to meet you.
I'm surprised you're coming to me for advice with a name like that.
What do you mean?
Can I ask where your family's from?
I'm rather ignorant in that area. My parents adopted me when I was 5 and encouraged me to keep my birth name. I remember nothing before the orphanage.
The reason I ask is that your last name is very close to Olo de Mare, which is one of the names for the creator of the universe in Santerean beliefs. Did Mac tell you that Caribbean folk religions are my avocation? I suppose that's why he sent you here.
Well, in that case, can we talk about the evidence that you've reviewed?
Sure thing, little man. First of all, the markings were nonsense from what I can tell. I mean, granted, no academic is going to know everything. But both the markings on the trail and on the body were poorly composed, so I'm of the opinion this is some pseudo-macumba somebody made up.
Well, that's good to know.
Secondly, the mutilations occurred at the place the body was found, right? Another no-no. Sacrifices would take place near an altar in a private location because time would be needed to perform the ritual properly. So that's strike two. Thirdly, human sacrifices are almost unheard of. Humans are usually only killed for punishment and revenge. And that only in the blackest of macumba. A man would have to be an idiot to allow a sacrificed body to be found. Anybody doing it for real would at least know how to do it right.
Well, thank you, Dr. Shagnard. I think
What
that's
about
all...
the baby food jar, Charlene?
Please, call me Charlie. I didn't see the jar in the photos. What was in it?
Well, the reports say that the designs on the path were just talcum powder, probably of the Johnson & Johnson variety. The contents of the jar were, mostly soil with a high clay concentration, as is common to this area, table salt, some sulfur, and a metal magnet that came from a kid's science set or something.
I made the mistake of digging up the jar before the photographers arrived.
Now that might be something. Sounds like classic hoodoo.
Well, wait a second. I thought you said that all this Santeria voodoo crap was a cover.
I did, but voodoo and hoodoo are two different things. Hoodoo has some of the same origins, but is basically just good old herb magic. Someone working some hoodoo might, for example, bury something in a person's past so he'll step on it and get cursed with sickness or bad luck. I wouldn't worry about it, though. It doesn't seem to fit into the scheme of your Santeria faker.
Well, thank you for your time, Charlie.
You're welcome, Lynn. Mike, if you can think of any more questions, write them down and leave them on my desk. And if you could lock my office door when you leave, I'd appreciate it. Oh, and one more thing.
Yes?
We've only talked about established knowledge. Any religion or magic is strongest in the minds of those who practice it. If there is belief in what is being done, it can be made valid.
Oh, cripes, Lynn, what have we gotten into? Did I step on some hoodoo devil jar? What if this psycho marks me and my wife for trampling
Calm
it?
down, Mike, calm down. Look, we're working on no sleep. Why don't you go home and take a nap?
For once, I don't feel like you're being condescending to me.
I'm not, Mike. For once. Just don't push any more buttons before you drop me off at the station.
Oh, I don't wish to anger the great old mare. Goddesses first. Here, I'll lock the door.
I just can't believe the jar isn't related to... Was it buried before or after the designs were made? The designs were over the footprints. Think back, Lynn.
Oldemare,
Ah! Oh, goodness, sir, you scared me.
we can drop the formalities for now, Lynn. Everyone's out. What do you say to an early dinner?
Well, if you could allow for me to work another 30 minutes, I'll be ready then. I want to go over the information Charlie gave me again.
What did you think of Charlie? Interesting bird, huh?
Yeah, she is. Attractive woman.
Now, don't start getting jealous, Lynn.
How long have you known her?
Oh, 9 or 10 years. We met in the airport bar of all places and kind of hit it off. We dated on and off over the past few years. Was she civil to you? I know she's been kind of upset at me since she heard I was seeing somebody on the force.
She knows about us?
Well, I couldn't tell anyone around here, and I was really excited. Still am.
I am too, Mac, but if she ever tells anyone...
Don't worry about it, Lynn. Charlie's just my gossip buddy. Nothing goes beyond that.
Okay, Mac. I trust your judgment.
Okay. Well, I've got your ear, Lynn.
Uh-oh, that's your official voice.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to mention that the rumor mill's grinding again. People have been talking about the blunders, you know, Mike stepping on the evidence, you digging up the jar before the photos were taken.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking.
And you do realize that you all were the only officers in the vicinity of the body when you called the photographer, but you weren't there 15 minutes later when the body was found.
What does that mean? Are people implying that...
Nobody's implying anything. It's just a statement of fact. We're a bunch of investigators, Lynn. You know how our minds get going.
Lieutenant McMillan!
Yes.
We've got a suspect, sir. 16-year-old male. Just turned himself in.
Great. Take him to interrogation. I'll be there straight away.
Yes, sir.
You coming, older man?
Looks like dinner's off then.
Sure does.
I'll be there in a moment.
Older man, glad you could join us.
Something's wrong.
Well, yes and no. It was as the coroner suspected. Strangulation and rape. The boy's admitted to that.
But?
But that's all he's admitted to. He hasn't said a word about the mutilation or the stuff on the trail. I thought I'd wait to let you question him about it.
What's his name?
Robert Wilkins. Bobby.
All right. Hello, Bobby. My name is Lynn. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer me honestly, all right?
All right.
Did you see Michelle Layton yesterday?
Yes.
When did you first see her?
I followed her to her friend's house after school. I waited for her until she left. I cut through the woods and jumped her at the end of the trail. I strangled her and I raped her, and I did it because I hated her, okay? I've already told you people 5 times. I'm tired of saying it, okay? I did it, and I deserve to die.
All right, Bobby, all right, calm down. I want to ask you about afterward, when you were done. Did you cut her?
What?
Did you cut her, draw on her?
No.
Did you go back to town?
No.
All right, Bobby, stay calm. Will you please tell me what you did?
I don't remember.
Well, what do you remember?
Don't talk to me like that, like I'm stupid. That's what she did.
Older man, take a break.
Just a second, Mac. Bobby, I don't think you're stupid. I'm just trying to understand. Please help me out here.
Okay. After I was done, I started to run back home.
Back to town?
Yes, and I tripped on something on the trail and I hit my head. Next thing I remember, I was waking up by the creek. That's when I came here.
Did you go home?
No.
Did you change clothes?
No!
Is this how he came here?
Yes, ma'am. There were no weapons on him, no blood. He's clean of that.
Bobby, do you think you could have cut her in the time after you hit your head?
I don't know! I don't know!
Older man, step outside now. Smith, stay here with Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Older man, you slipped. You cannot be calling me Mac in front of any of the officers.
I know. I apologize. I only wanted
It's
to...
okay. Let's drop it. There's more important matters. Why isn't Sibley here?
I sent him home after we talked to Charlie.
Why?
He needed rest. He'd been on edge since he stepped on that jar yesterday.
Was he with you the entire time you two were searching last night?
Yes. Well, he did wander off once, but that was just...
Near the time you called for the photographer and the casting set?
Yes.
We need him here now.
But, Mac, sir...
Lieutenant McMillan, Odomayor, sorry to interrupt, but is Sibley here? His wife just called for him.
Is he supposed to be here?
She wasn't sure. She said he took off about an hour and a half ago ranting about some piece of evidence, a devil jar or something. I couldn't really tell what she was talking about. She sounded pretty upset.
I know where he is.
Older man, no. You're going to wait for him to show up here.
Look, he's upset, and I'm going to keep him from making his situation worse.
Lynn, you're staying here.
No.
You can still keep your name clear.
There is nothing to keep it clear from!
Lynn!
Mac! I'll bring him back, sir. Please, Mike, please don't be here. Please no better than a return to a crime scene. Why is my flashlight going in and out? Okay, there's the end of the trees. Crime tape's not broken. Good sign, good sign. The Layton's cattle. Mike! Oh my God. Oh my God, Mike, what have you done?
Olodumare kept you safe.
Mike, you're covered in blood.
She couldn't get to you.
Stop it, Mike. Just give me the knife.
Olodumare could not be broken.
What have you done to these cattle, Mike?
But she could get those near you.
God, have you marked all of them?
I stepped on the devil jar. I stepped in her trap. She has me now.
Mike, stop it. You knew the glyphs were nonsense.
If there is belief in what is being done,
No.
it can be made valid.
Mike, come out of this. You're tricking yourself into believing.
I have Mike, and I have the boy.
What are you talking about?
And you will never have McMillan.
Charlie?
Even your God's name cannot change that.
Mike, stop this now and give me the knife.
Yes, give her the knife.
Good, Mike. Now let go of my hand.
Now, show her all the work she's done.
Mike, let go of my hand and the knife.
Show her.
Oh, God. Your chest. You marked your chest.
Now, show her her face.
No, Mike, no. Let go. Don't turn the blade to you, Mike. Mike, no, Mike, turn it away. Mike, let go. Mike, don't do it, Mike.
Olodumare.
No!
Then, what have you done?
Lynette Oldemar did not move. When the police arrived, she was still holding the knife that had mutilated Michelle Layton, destroyed 5 head of cattle, and had marked and pierced the chest of Mike Sibley. When asked why she had committed these crimes, she could not speak. Was she innocent, or had she been lost inside the inner realm?